With the Porsche 911 range being so vast to choose from with so many different models, I had to think of a comparison that was simple for anyone to understand. Think of the 911 range as a Mickey D's menu. It's really vast, there's a lot to choose from and everything seems similar yet different. Can I please get one cheeseburger? Thank you. It can be very confusing. But at the essence of the menu, there has to be a signature item. An item that sets the basis for the rest to build on, basically. And when one thinks of the main signature item, you generally tend to think of a cheeseburger. In essence, the plain Jane Carrera is the cheeseburger of the range. It has to start here, and the rest of the range derived from here. So if this isn't great, the rest of the range won't be too. So that's what I mean by that analogy. The base Carrera is your essence of the 911 range. If the Carrera, the base one, isn't great, the rest of the range is going to be built on top of this. So those are not going to be great either. But we're not here to find out if a 911 is good. We know it's good. It's a 911. There's no debate. There's no question about that. We're here to find out and see if what a lot of people say is true, if the base Carrera is actually the sweet spot in the range. And with that said, this 991.2 version is actually a big change from the 991.1 because the .1 was the last time these 911s, the base Carreras, were naturally aspirated. This baby is turbocharged. So it's actually got a 3-liter small twin turbocharged flat 6 engine. The power in the normal Carrera, this one here, is up to 272 kilowatt. That's about 370 horsepower and 450 newton meters of torque. But because it's turbocharged, you have a lot of power down in the range, down in the revs, which you didn't have in the old one because you had to rev it up to get all the power, which was nicer in its own regard. It sounded better, but this, you have more power and turbos just hit different. They say 0 to 100 in 4.2 seconds on standard Carrera with the PDK gearbox. It weighs around 1.5 tons, so 305 size rear tires, they hook up quite well. This car's actually got 315 rear tires. So let's see what we can do with a 0 to 100 in the base Carrera Cabrio, shall we? Alright, and let's see what we can get from 0 to 100. Whoa. That hooks up so well, you guys don't understand. And remember, this is a rear drive car, and for a rear drive car with these tires, it feels like all-wheel drive. Oh my word, I love this car so much, you don't understand. And by the way, that was 0 to 100 in very fast. I shall pop it up on the screen right now. So remember, what was dynoed here right now is actually real kilowatt. So they say 272 at the flywheel at Porsche. Now this car is not normal Porsche. So it's doing about 268 at the wheels. This is essentially a 300 kilowatt at the flywheel car with 534 newton, stock is 450. So quite a good difference, quite a good gain. It's very fast, and because it's turbocharged, you feel all the power even at the lower revs. This is my first time driving this car, the turbocharged 911, and with a Cabrio, and I love Cabrios. This car's got an exhaust, by the way. They all don't sound this great. And if you can't tell by now, I'm smiling a lot, and I literally just started driving this car. It's so nice to drive. The pops and the overrun and everything are so amazing. And this being the 0.2, the base Carrera, they all come with adaptive dampers as standard, so you can make the dampers softer and harder. and it's actually in a harder setting right now, but it's quite soft still. It actually handles the bumps quite well, and this car doesn't have a lift, a front lift, so if you're going over bumps and that, you can't lift it up and down, but driving it over bumps and that, it goes over very easily. I mean, there's a reason why people daily drive these things. It really feels comfortable to drive. Very comfy. Seats are comfy. Driver position is amazing. I love the interior also. It's the same as the previous gen basically, but newer steering wheel and an updated user system. Basically, we have Apple CarPlay and I don't think Android Auto. I'm not sure about that, but besides that, it's the same. And the PDK box. So we just give it a feeling. That is so ferocious. You don't even understand how fast that is. For a base Carrera to do this doesn't make sense. Oh my. The Cabrio, I feel, is amazing because you get unlimited headroom, and personally me, I always choose a cabriolet over a coupe or even a car with a sunroof, for example. I love the freedom you have. You can enjoy yourself, but the 911 itself, it just feels amazing to drive. Very soft, very comfortable, but handles super well. In the Point 2, you feel the dampening is a little bit different also than the Point 1, and I say that because they've changed it a bit. So in a softer setting, it's actually even softer, and in a harder setting, it's even harder than the Point 1. So the dampening is a lot better, but even in a hard setting, it feels really comfy, to be honest with you. So there are a few small differences here and there, but the main thing is that new engine, that brand new turbocharged flat 6. After driving both the 991.1 and the 991.2, I would hands down choose the .2. In my opinion, it's better in pretty much every way except for maybe the sound. But slap an exhaust on it like this one here and you're good to go. The fact that you have a turbocharger completely changes the feel of the car. It feels so much more responsive and so much faster, and overall it's a really comfortable and practical sports car to use. It's a 911 at the end of the day. After driving the .1, I found it to be a superb car, but being used to turbocharged cars nowadays, I felt it was lacking a little bit in the lower RPM. That issue is completely gone now in the .2. This is pretty much a perfect sports car and you wouldn't feel short of power even if you went for the base Carrera. It is a superbly well balanced car in every aspect.